Okay, let's get started. Our return to Mondstadt. Also notably, the voices are all in Japanese. I wonder what that means. Okay, we got a cooking contest. Escoffier. We're going back to Fontaine. Okay, okay. Oh, Aoife in... Wait, Nalan character is in Fontaine. Sheesh. Let's go, Aoife. With a freaking gun. What is this? Okay. Oh. Natlan and Fontaine clashing? Ooh, is this Escoffier story quest? Oh. Oh. Oh, Albedo? Find the truth of the world? Ooh, seems like it is gonna be Albedo story quest? Ooh. Oh, Kaya DeLuke. Okay, okay. Whoa. What? Oh, who's this? Oh, is that Rosaria's friend, I think? Wait, what is this? A chessboard? What is that big fluffy ball in the background? Oh, the witches are back? Oh man. Oh. Yeah, there's so much going on. Wait, is that an attack from... Wait, that's the same attack the fake dragon. Varka! What the fuck? Varka at the end, dude. Oh my god, it's yo, what the heck is going on? Oh my god. Okay. First code. Holy. Oh my god. Also, don't pay attention to the old codes there. Just go to the link, redeem the first code. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, so there's some sort of, maybe the main event quest is going to be Natlan characters visiting Fontaine, and then that's where we meet Escoffier, and but then there was a voice line saying that Neuvillette was stabbed. That seems a little much for an event story quest. Maybe not. I don't know.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program.
But yeah, Varka mentioned Varka voice
and I have
line.
two awesome co-hosts with me today.
The Witch's Return, Albedo returns.
What up, dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of
my
Aoife.
god. Holy.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
By the way,
Jean is the
way your chibi
the
tail
acting
moves around
grandmaster
is
for now
so
because
cool.
Varka left.
Actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech. It's a piece of tech, basically.
It's
It
not a
helps Escoffier
tail.
in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential
It's
utensils.
it's a mechanical tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. And considering how it looks, people
No
even
NPCs this
call
time. I
Escoffier
think
a demon chef.
I kind of forget the last live stream. I think the last
that
live stream
seems a little extreme.
didn't have the
Yeah, I'd say so too, but
honestly,
I
NPCs
don't know
either.
much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile. Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh,
Used to be.
cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow, exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking
Food science, food
process.
science.
Wow, that's some
She does look like
dedication to her
Asuna from
craft.
Of course,
from
in
Sword Art Online.
Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval.
She looks cute.
And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but
Yeah, the
what if
tail
she
is
doesn't
fake.
like it?
Fake tail, fake tail.
She'd probably
Mechanical
say
tail.
something like,
We're crazy if Escoffier and Shiny meat. TikTok's gonna be crazy.
3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow. Intense.
Ooh, you know what? No, a funny
Miss
meeting would be
Escoffier is
her and
actually very
Shangling,
well
because
mannered most of the
Shangling
time. But when it comes to food,
wants to use like a lot of
strict. It's all for
like
good reason.
different ingredients.
Escoffier believes her mission
likes to
as a
experiment
chef
a lot,
is to make
right? With her
haute cuisine
cooking.
accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people.
Maybe that
she
would
demands perfection from
go
herself
opposite
too.
of
'Cause that's the
Escoffier's
only way to make her dream
way
a
of cooking.
reality.
Oh, is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Ha, okay. That feels like a personal call out. But seriously though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Yeah, what went
Does that
wrong?
mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede?
Yo, she's a criminal.
What happened?
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed in a
Okay, so she is gonna get a story quest.
Treasured
Okay.
above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier.
Ooh.
Oh, and travellers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers get to experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Mad Escoffier. Oh my gosh, she's
nice.
storming off.
Okay, I see Blubber Beast and Romaritime Flower.
Okay, so it seems like Natland characters visiting is going to be
using Romaritime
the
flowers?
event, the main event, and then
All I can say is, trust in Escoffier. She can work.
and then there's also going to be a
wonders.
separate
I'm
Escoffier
definitely a believer.
story quest.
Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what
Yeah,
about
she's
on the
behind
battlefield?
those Russian.
Right, let's get into
No, that was
Escoffier wields a cryovision
shoot,
and
that
is a
was
powerful
Sidrine,
addition
right?
to
Sidrine
freeze-focused
made the
teams.
meals, I think.
Which brings us to one of her talents. When Escoffier's
Or I guess
elemental
Sidrine made
skill
like
or
specific
elemental
meals,
burst
but
hits an
I guess
enemy,
the normal
she can
meals
reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage.
was someone
The
else.
more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay.
Yo,
So
okay.
it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's
So if
really
you have-
important.
oh,
as long as her elemental
okay,
skill or burst
okay.
hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen.
So
That
more
means the
Hydra and
handbook
Cryo
of
characters in the
bosses
party,
and other
the
unfreezable
greater
enemies.
Hydra and
So,
Cryo res.
It seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent.
So
yeah,
you don't need to include it. I mean, it's kind of like a Chevreuse effect, right?
Is not just a support. She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of
And
like a
when
Chevreuse
Escoffier
effect
unleashes
where,
her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field.
Yeah, now
follows
you
the
don't need to
active
bring like a
character
4VV
and
user
periodically
to
fires
shred
projectiles
resistance.
at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage.
Now it says the
So with her
more
ability to
Hydra and
shred
Cryo characters you
resistance,
include,
she basically
the
buffs her
greater
own
resistance
damage.
shred.
In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire
Oh, her
party.
burst
Incredible. Okay,
restores
so she
HP.
can
Doesn't
buff
look
the
like a
party,
lot of healing
dish out
though.
damage and heal. Wow.
But
Sounds like
okay,
she's pretty
it
versatile.
seems like she's made
And thanks to a different
specifically
talent,
with
she has
Farina in
another
mind.
ability that really showcases her skills as a chef. If you hold her elemental
But yeah, it's
skill,
not a-
the cooking mech
it's
she
not a
summons
restriction.
can
You don't
absorb
need to
elemental
have
energy and
all
convert it
Hydra and
into a
Cryo
delicious dish.
characters in your party. It seems
I've
like.
never seen a talent like that before.
Okay.
Wait, what is
so
this?
you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
It
Whoa, that
makes
will be
food
so
for you
fun to check out
automatically?
in
Wait,
game.
what?
Totally. So take note of this next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version
Oh,
5.6,
already?
we'll
We're
have
going to
event
banners?
wishes for Escoffier and Navia.
Escoffier and
A new
Navia first
five-star
half?
polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character, Aoife,
Aoife?
will also enjoy a drop rate boost on
Oh,
the
okay.
first half
Both
banner.
characters
Aoife, no
first
way,
half.
bro.
I
Both
think
new
that's my
characters
line,
first
but I
half.
couldn't
Let's
have said it
go.
better myself.
Let's go.
Oh, and another bit of really exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
Oh, how?
All eyes are on me. Lowly servants, behold, the almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence. The heck are you on about?
This guy as well. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How. Oh wow, no way, bro.
Yeah. So many people suspected that Navia would get a rerun because of the Geo elemental skill damage bonus on the first half of the Abyss.
Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh? Seriously? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it.
I think the second half of this live stream is going to be dedicated to the Mondstadt stuff, right? Because they didn't even talk about second half. Yeah, they didn't even talk about second half of the banners. It seems like first half is going to be dedicated to Fontaine, Natlan, and the second half is going to be Mondstadt.
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a How. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
I mean, they know how hype this return to
Hang in there,
Mondstadt
bro.
is, so they're saving
You
it for
too, huh?
last.
Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kukuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version.
Oh, this
But
story
since we now have the
quest.
chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
It was
Thought
a
you'd
very
never
nice,
ask, Jane.
very nice event story
Absolutely.
quest.
As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather clan. In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else, so Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kukuku's life, and now of course, Kukuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard a How got
Are we
sick
gonna get
one
a,
time, so Kaniche took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? A How
They
is
kind
better
of made
in,
it seem like
2
Aoife's gonna get a
seconds. Imagine that.
hangout quest.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
I guess, in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it was an emergency, Kukuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard.
Oh
the
yeah,
Flower
so
Feather
he
clan is known
can
for riding
fly
Kukusals.
similarly to
But this is less riding
Chaska?
and more dangling. tingling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right?
Kuku is
But
strong
seriously,
as
just wait
hell.
until you see him sprint.
What
he
the heck?
spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome.
Because also
and
Aoife
while
is
we're on
the
subject, if there are
tall
any
male
travelers
model,
who
right?
haven't done
So
the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind
you
of
can fly
flying
around
experience.
with.
I see that.
I mean, I've
Although it
already
looks
done
more like
this
Aoife is chasing down a
quest, but
patient
this
for a
is
checkup.
hilarious to see.
Yeah.
Dude, Kuku's
what else can
zooming
Aoife do in combat?
as
Well,
fast as a
Aoife
dragon.
is an Anemo vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can
Okay, let's
unleash
see.
his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains
Okay.
enemies. Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kukuku
feels
also
kinda
helps
similar
him out in combat.
to,
With Aoife's elemental skill, Kukuku lifts him into the air,
Lanyon's
giving him an
burst?
aerial
Just like a
advantage in combat.
one-time
And while in this state,
big
Aoife can
AoE swirl.
continuously fire tonic shots, which deal Anemo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
So what kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first.
So an
When Aoife is in
on-field
the Night Soul's blessing state,
on-field
he can
Anemo
use his field
DPS?
medic's vision to
On-field
increase
swirl
and
DPS?
electrocharge damage based on the
can
total
also
amount
heal
of Night Soul
your
points
party.
across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with
So yeah,
characters that can
Farina,
trigger
this
swirl
kinda
and
makes sense.
electrocharged reactions, and characters that can generate Night Soul points. He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus, in areas with Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those medical
Okay.
skills to use.
A little bit of healing
His
in
kit
open
seems
world
really
exploration.
intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred
Hmm.
volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
His,
What can I say? He is a helpful little guy.
I feel like his kit
Now,
is like
moving on
kind
to
of
our
similar
next
to
bit of news.
Mizuki's.
A new boss is coming in version 5.6.
Oh, new
the
open world
secret
boss?
Source automaton overseer device.
But yeah, like
Travelers will need to
Mizuki heals
defeat
with the
it to obtain
burst
ascension
and then
material
does
for
like
its
swirl
Gaffier.
damage on field.
I feel like we faced something
I mean,
like
it's
this
kind of
before.
different
That's
because
this boss has the
Mizuki
same
doesn't do
origins as the
normal
secret
attacks,
source
so he can't trigger,
automaton
like,
configuration device from
Xingqiu.
version 5.1. Both are pieces of
Aoife can
ancient
trigger
dragon technology.
Xingqiu.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying
Hmm.
monster.
Okay, Jane, let's this is where we should wrap
But yeah, it
this
doesn't
part
seem
up,
like
I
there's
think, 'cause
anything
travelers
too
can search
different,
for
too
their own
special
answers
about
to this in-game.
Aoife's kit.
Now,
I'll have to see.
let's kick off the
Maybe I
event
missed something.
portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natlan
Mobile
characters
sea dream
in
balloon
Fontaine.
hover, yeah.
Is it because
Oh.
of a festival or something?
Ooh,
Not
new
a
bow?
festival.
Okay.
An amusement park organized by Navia and the Spina di Rasula. Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver Natlan produce for the event.
Natlan
but
produce,
it's
okay,
not all
okay.
veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kinich and Risley to cross paths.
Ooh, a
Kinich
Saurian
and
hunter
Risley
a prisoner.
teaming up?
Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right?
That's
I
gotta be
actually have a
fun.
few
It's gotta be
sneak
fun to
peeks
see all the
share,
Natlan
so let's take a
characters
look.
Weird. Why is a How
interacting
cowering
with the
behind
Fontaine
Kinich?
characters.
I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. A How
Wait,
and
I didn't
Kuku
know
made
that.
The journey all the way to
Fontaine had a ban
and
on
happened
flying
to arrive
objects?
just in time for the ban.
Ugh.
A How was able to hide.
And it's so
Kuku
funny
got
'cause, like,
scared and flew straight into the Palais Mermonia.
Yeah, you
Aurora
better
thinks
respect the
Kuku
laws or else
will
you're gonna
manage
be
send
sent to
all the
jail. Like
important
literally a
documents in the
jail.
Palais, flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalet and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
No way,
I
bro.
don't really know what it could be.
It's gotta be no way, bro.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are two
Kuku
dragons in
says
this
that all the
picture.
time.
So, does that mean Nervalet could, like, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon.
Dragon for
Oh, I
dragon.
can't wait
Oh
to
my
see how their
god.
interactions go.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, this
there's
event
nothing we
story
can
quest
say
should be
that
a good
beats the
time.
real thing.
Should be
so,
fun.
if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in game. And trust
Okay, so
me,
there's gonna be
there
a
are
Escoffier
lot
story
of fun.
quest.
Always
There's gonna be
makes me laugh.
this.
Now,
event
on
story.
the actual amusement park, let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff, with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general
another
operations.
business management
Oh, Lapine Paulina's back.
type event.
Didn't she
What?
just go
What the heck?
bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better
I
position.
vaguely remember. Is that the NPC who paid us to like
fraud alarm bells ringing?
take photos or something like
It's
that?
not
Like paid us an
that.
egregious
If you don't
amount of
trust
money.
Lapine Pauline,
Like she just has a lot of money.
Okay. Her
I
track
think that's
record isn't great,
kind of what I remember.
But at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di
Yeah,
Rasula.
she's the begging NPC. That's right. Yeah.
And how do
Oh
we
my
make sure
god.
we don't run it into the ground.
Well, if the
what
Traveler
a
agrees
character.
to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me.
I wonder if they're gonna do
everything.
anything different.
You got it, bro.
than their usual
Travelers will be in
management.
charge of
It
operations
looks
like
the same.
upgrading the facilities,
Looks
expanding
kinda
the park,
similar.
and managing the staff.
Oh.
During each business cycle, travelers will need to allocate their precious funds and action points to the most important tasks based on their management needs.
And plus, Navi
Oh, wow, a lot
recruited
going on here.
Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme
Yeah, it does look similar to the potion event, but there's like some different,
So don't miss out.
Absolutely.
slight differences,
you
I
can
guess.
also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions. For example, in Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air
Okay.
or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one, so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can
Okay.
create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to help run the park.
oh,
Among
Marissa
the
sees me.
recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from
Okay,
their
so
companions.
some,
Eventually, these
besides
companions
the
will become
story
fixtures at the park and provide even more
Involve
management
the main
support.
story
So,
with
long
the
story
event. There's going to
short,
be
don't
some
worry too
other
much.
character
You don't have
interactions
to go it
too.
alone.
That's nice.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus,
But yeah, the
once
event's
you get
exclusive
down to
4-star weapon.
business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Wonder if it's going to be
Ooh, do
good.
tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operation.
Our
and
last
you'll be able
event
to claim all
weapon
sorts
was
of
the
rewards,
polearm, right?
including
From
primo
Inazuma. I mean, that's pretty
gems
good.
and
Right, I have it
new
currently
Four-Star
on
Bow, Sequence
Ensign.
of Solitude.
Awesome. More
Maybe this one
primo
will be
gems
good
to
too.
save for your next pull.
Ross and
Which
hello.
reminds me,
What the heck?
We still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
second
sorry
half?
to keep you in suspense,
Teenage
travelers.
Raiden
In the second half
rerun.
of version 5.6, we'll have
Raiden
returning event
Shogun?
wishes for Kenichi and the Raiden Shogun.
Why do I feel like we had a rerun for
Plus,
Raiden
the
Shogun
Chronicled
recent?
Wish banner will be returning in version 5.6.
What?
I know a lot of travelers have been waiting for that, so check it out if you're interested.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you
We're
have
already.
to. And best of luck on your pull.
Yo!
All right.
Wait,
That was a
Inazuma
lot
Chronicle
of
Banner?
info, so let's take our first break.
I was not
Here's the
expecting
second
it to come back so
redemption code,
soon.
travelers.
Okay, also there's no Mizuki there. Wait, did I not see did I not see Mizuki? I don't think Mizuki was on there. Wait. Huh? Okay, we're definitely going back to that after the live stream. Yeah, she wasn't on it, right? What? Wait, that's crazy then. Why would you? I guess because it's so early, they don't want to give her another rerun. What? It's a Chronicle Banner, Yanagisawa. So, yeah, the rules are a little bit different for the banner. Do Inazuma Chronicle Banner ASAP so we can go back to Mondstadt? Oh, here we go. Speaking of
The
Mondstadt.
Windbloom Festival, once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
Who's talking? Oh, Hydro. Oh, that character's gonna be Hydro.
Albedo on trial. Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe? What
What do-
tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time?
What is narration doing?
Answers to these questions
Oh,
and
Dodo.
more in the version 5.6
Archon Quest. It's an Archon Quest.
Nice voice.
Oh, nice.
Ah, shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back
Holy.
to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. I mean, I don't even know what to think.
Archon Quest.
Something tells me there's more to this
When was the
situation
last time we had a
than meets the eye.
Mondstadt Archon
I've put
Quest?
together some information about the
I don't
case.
know. It's probably been
Let's
a
go
long
through it
time,
and
right?
see if we can uncover some new clues. So,
Wait,
here's
this
the
is
deal.
crazy.
Albedo's
I
been
thought
accused
it was
of
going to be
murder
like
and
a
unlawful
simple,
disposal of human
maybe
remains.
Albedo story quest,
Case
but
is being tried in
no, it's an
secret.
Archon
The
Quest.
logistics captain of the Knights
Holy.
of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo. So the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking.
Oh no, Albedo does a lot of different things, so maybe he is actually guilty of
Hopefully track down some clues.
whatever
So
she
I saw
thinks
Julian
he's guilty
Kaya
of.
and Jula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
This is, yeah, the church.
That's Dahlia.
Oh,
He's
Dahlia.
the deacon of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Church of
yeah.
Favonius.
This is
So
Rosaria's
he works
friend.
with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts as the herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting.
Wait,
he sounds like
what?
a very important figure then.
He's
Speaking
friends
of
with Venti? Well, I
the
mean, I
Dodo
guess the Rosaria is also kind of.
communication device is
Yeah,
back
I
in
guess a
this
lot of people can be
quest.
friends with Venti,
At
but.
some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt,
Venti is gonna go
Line
get in
connects
touch
to
with
Grand
Alice?
Master Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped two major names. Varka has been
I'm
on an
short-circuiting.
expedition for a
So
long
many big
time.
names are being mentioned
Sounds
here.
Like we finally get to hear how he's doing.
Oh my
As
god.
for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle.
And then
I
Alice.
wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her.
Alice being involved in the Archon Quest.
Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Holy.
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the
Yo.
fight to defend Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their
It's,
first companions and embarked on this
It's reminding me.
journey.
It's
Now,
reminiscent of what they did with the Natland War.
Hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but
It's probably going to be similar to that,
walking easy
right?
road.
It
Alice
looks
can
kind of
offer something to
similar.
help, but travelers will need to pass a trial first.
New
And
boss.
defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt. I'm sure travelers aren't scared.
Is this like a? I mean, but it's like a trial made by
okay.
Alice.
Then let's take a look at what
Because
awaits
the
them.
whole chessboard aesthetics. A trial. Why would we need to pass a trial? Man, I'm so intrigued. I am so intrigued. But yeah, so it's kind of crazy. So like at the beginning, you know, they showed you that whole like the board where you connect all the, you know, with the pins and then with the string,
Alice will
connecting
preside
all
over
the dots.
first phase of the trial.
That kind of reminds
The
me of
trial takes place on a
Fontaine,
chessboard,
right?
but the rules
The
of chess
trial,
don't
the
exactly
investigation.
apply. Look
Kind of
closely and you'll
reminiscent of
notice
the
some
Fontaine
pieces
Archon
on the
Quest.
board can harm
And
the
then we
king.
have
Travelers
the
can use that to their
the war
advantage to create
aspect
an opening
against
and dish
the-
out damage.
against the
But in the
Hilichurls, against
second
the
phase,
Abyss enemies,
there are
which is
no
kind of
chess
similar
pieces
to the
used.
Natlan Archon
Travelers will
Quest.
need to rely on their own
So it's kind of
strength to emerge
like
victorious.
this Archon Quest is kind of
Looks like there's a
merging those two
different
aspects
Renegade presiding
together
over the second
into
phase.
one here.
One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage?
Almost
from
as
the
if like,
Hexen
yeah,
Circle?
those two
wonder
Archon
which
Quests
Well,
was just like
travelers will
our
have to
introduction
uncover that
to
for themselves.
this one.
As for the second phase of the trial,
Oh man.
let me offer a quick piece of advice. the boss has some extremely powerful attacks.
Oh, of course you gotta bring
reactions can help
freeze.
freeze
Of course you gotta bring
Maybe
escoffier.
jot that one down for later, travellers. So we know there's murder, an attack on Mondstadt, a
Oh,
Hex and
man.
Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travellers to
Oh man,
uncover.
oh man. Butters, hello, welcome on in.
You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then a similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
You might be onto something, escoffier.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll
The
uncover
Abyss
new
acting
clues
up?
about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Just Chelsea, hello.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that
Hey,
hard work
please
to you
confirm.
guys.
All right, okay. Well, let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining
We'll see if
version
that
of
ends up being
5.6
true.
events.
Yes.
First up on the docket
Oh,
is
all
an
the other
event that
events.
brings us back to Fontaine,
Okay.
where travelers
Oh,
can test out
man.
their
Oh,
tactical brilliance
man.
in the new war game Operation Downpour Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I know.
Archon Quest?
This war game comes with all new
Mondstadt
offensive and
Archon
defensive
Quest?
gameplay.
Well, I mean,
the key
interlude
to
Archon
success
Quest,
is
right?
really understanding your game
But,
pieces.
I mean, it seems like...
Okay, what do you mean?
I mean, I
Well,
feel like this
for example,
doesn't even
is it a
compare to,
melee
like,
or
the last
ranged attack
interlude
piece?
Archon Quest we had,
Can it
right?
quickly break through
'Cause the last
obstacles,
inter-
or maybe even bypass
The
them
last interlude was,
entirely?
like, super short
Once you
that we
feel like
had
you
with,
know what you're doing, you can test out your skills and go. The actual gameplay
after
is
the
pretty
war,
simple.
we
What
had
this
an
event
interlude
really
quest
tests
where we
is
went
strategy.
to...
For example, when adjusting your defensive
When we went to
lineup,
Chaska's
you
tribe,
can even set
right?
traps for your opponent.
And then
I see a
we
button
got
called
help from
Defensive
Capitano
Simulation. Looks like we
like,
can use it to test
help
out our strategy.
heal
That's right. And once you set the
the people
defensive and
suffering from,
offensive
like, some
lineup
sort
that
of
works
abyss
best for
sickness,
you,
right?
The battle is ready
That
to
one was
begin.
pretty short. That one was pretty
And while
casual.
your opponent tries to
Right.
break through your defenses, your job
We
is to use your
we did see
chosen
Capitano's
offensive lineup
face.
to
That was probably
outmaneuver
like
their
the
strategy.
highlight of
The
it
side that
at
breaks
the end.
opposing formation first,
But yeah,
or
kind of
makes
like
greater progress
recap
within the
what
time limit
what
wins.
went on with all the
Okay,
all the
so it
tribes
sounds like it all
after
comes
the
down to
war.
strategy. All right, so
But this
tactical
interlude
travelers.
quest, there's so
If that
much
last
going
event
on,
was
so
mostly
many
about
characters
brain power,
involved,
this next one is all about
so many
firepower.
events taking
go.
Okay,
place.
let's take a look at the gameplay.
Holy,
Think
like
this
they,
is a simple battle
like
for
you know,
coins? Ha, well, think again.
it's supposed to be an interlude quest, but
Players will have the
I don't know if it'll
opportunity
feel
to
like
intel
it.
Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
For side quest
so
when
fun.
I don't
You
think
could just stay
we're
in
getting
Saurian
a
form
skip
the whole
button.
time and blast all the other players away.
Zeus, you're hello, welcome on in.
Only. The
Missed a
Saurian
lot
form
of stuff,
only
I will
lasts so
say.
long.
But the majority
Even in
of the
human
info
form,
here.
You have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the
we'll
goal is to
discuss
collect
afterwards.
as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers
this is
have gained
the
their fair share of
combat
companions
event, right?
and have
Combat
tested out
event?
their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps.
Man, when are we
Then
gonna get
I
a
highly
permanent
recommend trying out this event.
combat endgame
Chronicle
mode?
of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers
I
the
want
opportunity
another
to
one.
study and test out different team compositions.
Like we have Abyss, we have
The
Imaginarium
event is
Theater.
divided into different
I
levels
kind of
of
want one
difficulty,
more.
and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of. So make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Two different
Travelers
teams.
can
Okay.
also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each
Ooh,
challenge.
reminiscent of
Could provide some
HSR.
food for thought.
You can see
Nice.
friends'
Sounds
lineups.
like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
Oh,
All
TCG.
right. Moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates.
1 month of this cooldown is too long for
First, a
me.
new card skin
Yeah, it would
will
be
added
nice
to the
if,
card shop, so check it out if
another-
you're interested.
another card skin.
Travelers can also look forward to new character
Yo,
and action
Shillanen.
cards added to
Hello,
regular
Shillanen.
mode.
Nice.
That
More
does as
food
well.
for the card sharks.
There are also some major updates to automatic artistry.
But yeah,
so in addition to the
I
character
do
and
kind of
action
wish
card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
do kind of wish we
And during the
can get
match,
another
There's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms
combat
for
endgame mode.
character enhancement and replacement.
Doesn't
So
really
the
feel like
gameplay
2
should
is
be
enough.
even
Like just
more
IT and
engaging.
Abyss.
Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
Haven't touched CCG in like 2 years. Yeah, I haven't touched CCG in a while. Long time. Maybe like a year plus at this point.
And let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other side.
Cool collab?
travelers.
Bye.
Huh? Collab? Collab? IFA Kukuku 0507. Okay, that's the last code. Make sure to redeem all of them. Yeah, speaking of that, let me redeem them too. I need to log in. I don't expect there to be any surprises in the QoL section. Maybe there is. Okay. Second code, and then last code. Nice.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Let's jump right into system
Okay, here we go.
optimizations. Some travelers provided feedback.
Yeah, all the
brilliant
stuff they already
blessing
introduced in the dev
enhancement
discussion.
process in the Imaginarium Theater was a bit confusing.
First half is Escoffier, Navia.
Oh
yeah, thank you, Barney.
So, in the version
Aoife on the first
5.6
half.
update,
As
the
a 4-star.
team has made the brilliant blessing details page a lot
Yeah,
more
this one's
intuitive,
a good change.
which
You can
should make it
preview all
easier for
the
travelers to
brilliant
make
blessings.
strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition,
It'll help you
rewards will be
on-
available for completing the star challenges in the
to know
new
which
season of
one-
the
which ones you wanna go
Imaginarium
for.
Theater that begins on June 1st.
And now Stella
what would be
rewards.
A restart button after
Stella
the final
rewards. You can
act.
get
As it
a
stands
sanctifying
right now,
elixir.
finishing the final act
Or
takes you directly
elixir,
to
whatever
the
it's called.
credits, right?
If you get
What if
9
you
out of
just
10
missed
stars,
that last star challenge? That would
and
be
some resin,
such
and
a
some artifact
bummer.
EXP.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Yeah, this
nice.
one,
Let's go.
this
That
one
should
makes
make it
sense,
easier to get full
especially when you're
stars.
trying to get
All right, so
the Stellas.
this next update
for the
addresses
rewards.
another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Ooh.
understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also
Let's see.
easy to get bogged down
Let's see
in the
what's going
weeds,
on
so
here.
this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for
This is
travelers
pretty
to
good.
grasp
This is
the
pretty
core
good.
information. Of course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Okay, so like, I think a
Nice.
good
Sorting
example of
through
this
all
is
that
like if you're
information
describing a
should
new
be a lot
skill,
faster now.
like
Our next
maybe,
optimization is for the treasure
you know,
compass.
like
Travelers
Gaming has this
provided
as well. Like
feedback
he
that
has a
while
special
attempting
plunge
to complete
attack
Natlan's warrior challenges,
that
it was
goes by a
difficult
different
to
name,
locate where to pick
and
up
so
the
instead of like having
so after the
to
version 5.6 update,
detail
the
it
treasure compass can now track those
within that
locations.
same text box,
Yeah, they can.
leading to like a
Warrior
really
challenges are
long text
important
box
because that's how you get
for
obsidian
the
fragments,
for his
which
elemental
you can
skill
use to
talent.
unlock tribal
Now you can
secret
just like put the
spaces,
term
right?
there,
It
and
would
then
be
you can
nice
just
if the
click on the
treasure compass
term
could track those
and then
too.
see
It
exactly what
can.
it does.
And once your
I think it's
exploration
a
progress
good
is high
change.
enough, the treasure compass
Because yeah,
will be
sometimes
able
the
to pinpoint
the text
location of
boxes
tribal
can be
secret
like
spaces as
super
well.
long.
Similarly,
Can be super
after high
daunting
enough
to read the entire
exploration
thing.
progress, more chests from various nations can also be located
Lore
using
and
the
skill
treasure
description.
compass.
Oh,
Well, I haven't
nice.
seen that in a while.
Should really help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Map pins
Yeah,
have
that's good
also
for
been
treasure
optimized.
compass. Now you can find
Starting
the
in
more
version
chests.
5.6, travelers can now delete custom
This one's
pins
nice
in
too.
batches.
Ooh, that should make it
I
a
wish they
lot
gave
easier to
more
start
map
fresh if
pins as
you're
well,
someone who really
but
likes
I
to
don't
go
think they're
ham
giving
with
us
the
more
markers.
map pins.
Definitely. Well, that
But an
wraps up
easier
our
way to
system
delete them
optimizations.
after you're done with
so
them.
now it's time for some out-of-game news.
That's right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share.
Charlotte
Genshin Impact
Tilbury.
is partnering with the global beauty brand
Beauty
Charlotte Tilbury
boxes,
to launch
okay.
2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So, let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
collab with Mona. Mona's like, free stuff? Free goodies? I'm down. I didn't see US dollars. Is that like
more news?
Is that in Europe?
Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon.
OST, nice.
Yeah. The album contains various
Beauty
tracks
boxes,
composed
yeah.
by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have
Okay.
about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am
Damn,
just
so much
excited
going
to
on this
uncover more
update.
about the Albedo trial
Holy.
mystery and to defeat the
So
new
much going
boss
on this
the
update. That
story.
Archon
And I can't wait
Quest
for you all to meet Escoffier.
is gonna be
much fun
hype.
working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that
Holy.
up, Aoife is finally playable, and
Super
of
looking
course,
forward
he's
to
gonna
that
have
Archon
Cuckoo
Quest.
right by
Oh
his
my
side, but
god.
the mini games are always so fun and
Whew.
creative. Oh, just can't
Absolutely.
wait.
Well, that's it.
Man,
for
there's
the
gonna be a
version
lot to
5.6
do when the
special
update comes
program.
out.
A new
Doing the Archon
adventure
Quest.
awaits. I hope it brings with it
Maybe.
new friendships, new
There's Kofi story
answers, and a
quest.
whole
I
lot
might
of
just do
fun.
off stream.
And with
We'll see.
that, all there's left to say is, see you in game,
Damn,
travelers.
a lot going on this
Bye.
update.
Bye.
See ya.
Holy. Oh. Song of the Welcome Moon. Stay tuned on April 30th. So that's right before the update. Couple days before the update. Yeah, like 5 days before the update, I think. Phew, okay. Okay. Nod cry stuff? Dude. Oh, we're back to peak Genshin. We are back to peak Genshin. We're back to Mondstadt. We're back to Albedo, Venti, Alice. Holy. My god. Super hype. Super hype. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this. We got the big names returning: Albedo, Venti, Jean, Kaya, Deluc, Knights of Avonius. We got some new faces. Dahlia. Alice is getting involved in the Archon Quest 2. Usually she would just be involved in these summer events, but she's making an appearance in the Archon Quest now. And Varka. Oh wait, this device comes from the summer events, right? This device was used, I think, in the last year's summer event, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we've got a trial for Albedo, a murder investigation, Shades of Fontaine, a war against the monsters, slimes, and hilichurls and whatnot. Shades of Natlan there. Maybe there's some ley line disruptions, some shenanigans going on with the ley lines. Yeah, first half banner, Escoffier and Navia rerun. First half with Aoife as a 4-star. So yeah, both new characters on the same banners first half, which is nice. I will definitely be going for Escoffier for sure. The weapon, we'll see what the stats on the weapon looks like. And then second half is going to be Kinnage and Raiden Shogun reruns. But yeah, most importantly, we got to take a look at this Inazuma Chronicled Banner. Now, this is a stacked lineup. There's no standards. I mean, wait, no. I mean, surely there's got to be more to this lineup, right? It can't just be these 8 weapons. Isn't that way too good? I don't know. I feel like that's way too good. Yeah, specific lineup of weapons. This is 9 weapons, right? So you have a lineup of 9 weapons. Some of these are standard, but then yeah, you have like Unforged here, you have Summit Shaper here, you have Memory of Dust. So yeah, this weapon lineup, pretty bad, right? Like Polar Star is good, but Jade Cutter is really good too. Yeah, really good. Yeah, the rest of the lineup here, really tough. really, really tough, right? But yeah, you can only, like, if you're pulling for a weapon, you can only lose, if you do lose 50-50, you can only lose 50-50 to the rest of the lineup here. You can't get any other 5-star weapons on this banner. If it's just these 8 here, isn't that way too good? I mean, there's no way Genshin does that, right? There's gotta be something else here. I mean, okay, this is what, honestly, this is what Chronicle Wish should be. We should get Chronicle Wish banners fairly often, right? We shouldn't have to wait like a year for the next installment of the Chronicle Wish. So I'm glad that we're getting it a bit early here. I mean, early compared to what Wua did, right? Wua gave us, what, 10 reruns in total for the anniversary, and it was like, look at all the reruns, look at all the characters you can pull for, but no change to, like, you know, if you're guaranteed or like whatever. It's the same mechanic. Now this is a bit better, right? Because, but if it is just these 8 characters and 8 weapons that you can lose your 50-50 to, like, it's so much better than losing to a standard. Even though it is a bit overwhelming to have so many reruns at the same time, you know, you still need a lot of pulls for it. But at the very least, you know, maybe you lose 50-50 to C1 Kazuha. I'd much rather have like C1 Chiori, C1 Ito over C6 Diluc. So yeah, I mean, this is really good. If they keep it like this, I really hope that they do keep it like this, like keeping these lineups stacked for the Chronicle banner, because I mean, also for the weapons. Like, holy. I mean, first of all, my main complaint with Chronicle Wish banner is that it doesn't rerun often enough. The whole appeal of Chronicle Wish banner was that you don't have to wait so long for reruns, right? Shenhe, Eula, 2 prime examples. I mean, now Kokomi, right? You're telling me ever since it was introduced like 2.5 years ago, before this live stream came out, we only had 2 Chronicle Wish banners ever in the history of Chronicle Wish banners? for just Mondstadt and just for Leeway. What good is that? Like, that's not even like an improvement. But yeah, that's really not an improvement over what we had previously. Like, we still had to wait a shit ton of time for Shenhe. This is a lot better than what the first 2 iterations of the Chronicle Wish banner was like. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm a big fan of this. They could just make Chronicle last longer. True, that could also be good too. Yeah, because I remember when they first introduced Chronicle Wish banner, I thought it was going to run for the entire update. Yeah, it would be actually pretty good, pretty nice if they ran it for the entire update. Well, I mean, it is what it is, half an update. Yeah, like more reruns is not it, because in HSR, right, like I went for Casterus and her light cone, but then Fugue and Zhao Cho, 2 characters I wanted to pull for, got reruns at the same time. And it's like, I wanted to go for the new character, and like now I'm out of pulls. I can't go for the reruns. You know, it's a balance, right? More reruns could be a good thing because you have more opportunities to pull for the character, but yeah, it does lead to some frustrating experiences like that, right? Because like, I don't know when Zhao Cho and Fugue are going to get their next rerun. Like, that uncertainty puts pressure on me to pull for to try to pull for those characters if I really wanted to go for them, because I have no idea when their next rerun could be. Like, if it's as they present here, then it's good, but yeah, if they include some sneaky standard weapons on here, then it's not as good. Dahlia, we did see a preview of him. We did see his Hydro vision, so we know that he's Hydro. Who was our last Hydro character? Mulanni? So it's been a while. It's actually been a while since our last Hydro character. New Hydro character. I mean, usually Hydro characters are good. I mean, in terms of QoL stuff, developers discussion for Genshin. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. A further upgrade to the treasure compass and batch deletion of map pins. Developers discussion, April 23rd, 2025. Bit of a warning here. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff. Now, I will say a lot of it is not super impactful, not like game changing or anything like that. It's not going to be changing your experience in the game too much. But I think there's a lot of good stuff here. So first off, Treasure Compass. Treasure Compass will now locate warrior challenges, specifically in Natlan. Another thing is that for the obsidian fragments, yeah, they say specifically when the current area reaches a high level of exploration progress, you can use the Treasure Compass to mark the location of the tribe's treasures in Natlan. I don't know exactly how high level of exploration progress you need to have, but I guess by the time you have the obsidian fragments, like, they should show up on the map. Also, most importantly, additionally, when you reach sufficiently high exploration progress, the Mora chests of each nation can also be located through the treasure compass. So you explore an area, I don't know what the threshold will be, but you know, say you hit like 80% exploration in an area, you can now use your treasure compass to locate these more chests. It's a little weird that like you have to hit a threshold in exploration progress before you can locate the more chests through the treasure compass. I think that's a little arbitrary, weird, but regardless, you can now locate the more chests. Okay, and then next up here, batch deletion of map pins. This is pretty nice. So now you can mass delete map pins that are the same marker, right? The same icon. Good example of this is if you're marking all the oculi you find in an area. Once you've finished an area, you can just delete all the markers you had, or to marking all the oculi. So this is really nice, a really nice feature, because yeah, going one by one deleting all the markers that you've marked for your oculi is very tedious. You can also do it specifically for an area. So if you wanted to get rid of all the pins in Fontaine and Natlan, but then not touch those pins in like Mondstadt Leeway, you can do that. So you can categorize by area to delete the map pins. So yeah, super convenient. Next up here, character talent description optimizations and upgrades. Now this one, they've kind of teased a little bit of details about, but we're going to learn a lot more about it in the special program, apparently. They kind of preview it. They say that starting from version 5.6, you can check out more simplified and intuitive character skill descriptions. Again, they're kind of being vague here. We don't have like a specific example of what it's going to look like. And they also say the devs will optimize the descriptions for talent and constellation tabs of new characters. Based off of this image here, this Night Soul's Blessing is like underlined, and then you can click on it and it seems like it opens up another text box. So this is kind of reminding me of what we saw in WUA in the Wooden Waves live stream, that you can click on some terms during the story quests, right? In lines of dialogue, you can click on some of the terms and then you get like a brief description about it. You know, if you like forgot about like, oh, who is this character, or like what is this place, like what are they referring to? It's kind of the similar thing here. So yeah, maybe they'll do more of this so that those long text boxes for talent descriptions are going to be shorter, so it's not a mess to look at, because yeah, you know how daunting it is to like open up a talent description and just see this long text box. I mean, just seeing the length of it, you just get overwhelmed immediately, and sometimes you don't even want to read it. So yeah, I think this could be a nice change, but again, they didn't really go into much detail. Good start, good step in the right direction. Next up here, Adventure Handbook domain interface display optimization. This is kind of whatever. I mean, they split up the domains into artifact domains, weapon essential materials, talent essential materials. I don't really open up this this part of the adventure handbook. They're also sorted in order of region opening time from newest to oldest. So the newest artifact domain is up at the top, and then you'll see the oldest Mondstadt domains all the way at the bottom. You know, speaking of domains, I just wish they get rid of the rotation, the daily rotation of the weapon and talent materials. That's been needed to get replaced, but yeah, I don't know. Optimized character building experience. Now this is pretty neat. To help travelers better assess their character building progress after the new version is launched, a prompt will appear once all the enhancement materials currently held meet the set ascension requirements when using the progression calculator. So yeah, it'll just let you know if you already have enough materials to craft, right? To get enough materials for the upgrade. Yeah, and also this, after selecting the character, even if you leave the crafting bench to collect materials in the middle, you will be directly redirected to the set crafting interface when you return. That is actually really, really nice, right? So say for example, you're leveling up Shillan's Burst, you want to level it to 10, you don't have enough of the monster materials, you exit out, you go farm it, and then you come back. Currently, you have to select Shillan again, you have to go select the burst, you have to go set it to level 10, but now you go back to the crafting menu and it'll just be the same menu just as you left it. So super nice there. Entrance to the enhancement progression calculator is now just at the top left corner, so it's more convenient, and they'll make it easier to switch from character to character, right? So at the top left here, you can just select that and then opens up the menu. You can switch to another character. This one is good too. Timely reminders of the collection progress make character leveling easier. So after the new version is available, the system will provide real-time collection progress updates as you collect enhancement materials, helping you keep track of your current amount of materials. You want to ascend the character, you need the flowers, right? The character ascension flowers. As you collect it, it'll let you know, right? 16 out of 45, 17 out of 45. It'll update in real time to let you know how many more of the materials you need. So that's super convenient. Again, as I said, none of this is like revolutionary, right? This is not really going to change. I mean, I guess the treasure compass could be quite beneficial to those trying to find those last more chests, right? They can be quite annoying to find. You know, this is the epitome of quality of life changes, right? They're nothing too crazy, but they will improve your experience playing the game, navigating through menus, leveling up characters. Last but not least, last section here, Imaginarium Theater. Brilliant blessings display optimization. This is good. You can now preview the whole, the whole tier tree of blessings. I came across this issue with the superconduct reaction, right? It'll give you a buff to physical damage. And I'm like, wait, I don't care for physical damage. Like, I'm not bringing any physical damage characters to my team. You already selected the Brilliant Blessing. It's too late. You just wasted 60 flowers or whatever. But yeah, now you can go to the menu and then take a look at the full tree of buffs. I think this is really good. So you can know exactly what your next buff is going to be. This is going to be huge. Pretty, like, not huge, but this is pretty significant here. New Stella achievement rewards starting from the latest season after the version update in June 1st, right? So this is not going to apply to this upcoming Imaginarium Theater reset, but the next one. You will now get rewards depending on how many Stellas you've gotten in Imaginarium Theater. So currently, getting the Stellas is just for flex, right? But now you actually have some incentive, even more incentive to go for the Stellas. So if you get 3 out of 10 stars, you'll get 8 of the artifact EXP. 6 stars, 6 out of 10 stars, you get a transient resin. So you'll get 60 resin there, which is, yeah, I mean, these rewards are not like super game changing, but they're pretty good. They're pretty nice. And then 9 stars, this is the big one, sanctifying elixir for 9 out of 10 stars. Yeah, it's not 10 out of 10 stars. Sometimes you have a stage where you just get bad RNG. You just don't have the right characters, you don't have the right buffs. There's a lot of randomness in like what characters you can get at what points during Imaginarium Theater. I think it makes sense to have 9 out of 10 stars. And then last but not least, new last act restart function. You can now reset on the last stage. So if you've completed it, but you didn't beat the last boss quick enough to get the Stella, you can now restart and reattempt if you want to try to get a faster clear and get that last Stella. It kind of makes sense, you know, kind of goes hand in hand. Now that they're giving you rewards for hitting 9 out of 10 Stellas, kind of makes sense that they would allow you to retry the last stage to get a Stella. But yeah, this is all good. This is all good. Again, you know, there are a lot of other things they can address. There's you know, there's a big couple things that people do want out of Genshin in terms of quality of life changes. I've given up expecting anything out of Genshin. I know some people might be disappointed that there's not more here. They know exactly what we want. They've had years of getting our feedback. What we want changed, it's up to them. They'll decide when to give us artifact loadouts, or when they get rid of the daily cycle of the weapon materials and talent materials. It's up to them. I still enjoy the game, so I just have no expectations. It'll happen if it happens. But yeah, overall, I'm hyped. Overall, I'm very hyped for this update. We got the Archon Quest returning back to Mondstadt. We get to see some Natlan and Fontaine character interactions. I'm looking forward to that as well. Inazuma Chronicle Banner actually looks good.